This is something that you really need to see, is something really extraordinary.
Voici Slow Travel.
We're traveling around the world one trip at a time.
Allons-y.
We're traveling from Amsterdam to Istanbul in 60 days using do-it-yourself travel. This is part of my retirement bucket list. Be sure to check out our prior episodes to understand who we are, how we're doing this trip, how we got started, and what's happened so far. After more than 50 days, we've reached the final leg of our journey. We've left Bulgaria, and now we've arrived in Turkey. We've reached our final destination, Istanbul. Every day I'm going to try and make a 1-minute video, show you something that we ate, something that we did, something that we saw. I call them little breadcrumbs. I hope you stick with me. Sofia, Bulgaria has been amazing. 5 stars. It's the final leg of our journey. We're on our way to Istanbul, Turkey. I'm so excited, I can't wait. They say that Istanbul is the crossroads between Europe and Asia. The city is so vibrant and exciting. It truly is the meeting point of East and West. More than 50 days ago, this seemed like such an impossible destination. Europe seemed so large, we wondered how we would ever make it. Now, it's like another topping on this amazing Sunday that has been my retirement bucket list trip. This might be the cherry on top. We walked off the main path, and I'm searching for a kebab shop that I found online. It's supposed to be one of the best kebab shops in Istanbul. It's called Tom Tom Kebabs. I'm looking for you, kebab. Where are you? It's just awesome. Bougie writes reviews for all the places we eat at, everywhere we stay. She makes notes on the museums. On all the popular review sites, you'll find our reviews listed under the Slow Travel logo. Let me remind you, Slow Travel has no sponsors. We get no compensation from any of the people or places or things that we talk about on our YouTube channel. We also film all our footage while we're traveling. It's all our own. We do everything ourselves. Please take a moment to subscribe to the channel and spread the word. This channel would not be possible without your support.
This is a Turkish pretzel. They're not really salty. They have sesame seeds on them. But sometimes the pretzel vendors can be a little salty.
How much? 5. 5. No, I don't. 5. I think this little pretzel guy is worried that I might eat him. He looks like a little morsel. A little afternoon snack.
This nondescript building contains the Dogancy Museum. It's Istanbul's first modern art museum dedicated to Burhan Dogancy and his father, Abril Dogancy, two of the most famous Turkish artists. The father was an impressionist painter. The son became famous as a multimedia artist, where he emphasized doors and walls of urban surroundings as he traveled the world and used them to identify different locations. What I love about his artwork is the three-dimensional nature of even the simplest pieces. I like the textures and the play on light and the way that objects come from the artwork towards you.
We're walking down the road heading towards Galata Tower, and we come across a deli. People outside were eating, and
This is like a proper deli. It's amazing.
They have everything in here, and it's all looks extraordinary. And they got a line going out the door. People are just lining up. I don't know what they're doing. It's kind of like a cafeteria. They are all over it. It's pastrami. Ooh. Well, it doesn't taste like pastrami. It tastes like a salty salami. This is honeycomb with honey inside of it. Look at that packaging.
This is the Hagia Sofia, the Grand Mosque in Istanbul. It was once a Greek Orthodox cathedral and then a Roman Catholic cathedral. It's been a museum and now it's a mosque again. We've been many places across Europe and around the world and been in all sorts of temples and churches. This is something that you really need to see. This mosque and the Blue Mosque is something really extraordinary.
I just want to say, since I've gotten these new sunglasses, everyone compliments me, and they obviously can recognize that I am a man of stature. Many people approach me now and say, "Hey, Mr. Bossman, come sit in our restaurant, come drink a drink with us." Obviously, the sunglasses are making a difference. We're near the spice market, and we stopped to get a fish sandwich from the fish boats. They come right up to the dock right here. We're gonna eat this thing. It looks interesting, and it smells pretty good too. They brought it right off the boat. They were cooking it right there on the grill. This place is packed. Locals, tourists, everybody coming in and out of here. They all love the fish sandwich. Hey, what is it?
Sandwich au poisson.
What kind of fish, do you know?
Du mackerel.
Mackerel. Mackerel fish. You got some onions and you got lettuce on here. And there's the fish. It's mackerel. It's like a lemon kind of juice to it. And salt. A little bit of salt on here. And then it brings out the flavor of the fish. It's really good. This morning we're visiting the spice market in Istanbul. Right now we're outside the market, and they have kind of a maze of streets around the market outside. And that's what we're walking around checking out. It's just awesome. It's like everything in the world you ever needed here. It's like the Amazon, but through a street market. I love going to markets and wandering around. Not because I ever buy anything, but just because I like looking at stuff. And occasionally you come upon a delicious thing that you've got to taste. And the rest of the time is just window shopping.
It's like the ones we get back home, but it's fresher and sweeter and better.
Today we're going to a hammam, which is a Turkish bath. It starts with a steam to open your pores, and then there's a whole bathing process that involves scrubbing and soap, and it's finished off with a massage that's extremely relaxing. I've never felt anything like it before.
I told my wife I wanted to take a trip where I cleansed all of that toxic stuff out of my system. I feel like butter. This is the Basilica Cistern. It was built in the 6th century by the Roman Emperor Justinian. It supplied the water for the city of Istanbul For
In
hundreds
particular,
of
it
years.
supplied the water supply for the Topkapi Palace.
It's really kind of an extraordinary place. Very vast.
The light show allows you to see how far the cistern extends in the distance. There are 336 columns. It recently underwent a refurbishment and they put in the walkways. I think this is probably one of the most extraordinary things I've seen on this trip. It's really impressive. The trip has been amazing. It's far exceeded anything I ever expected. And let me just run the tally so you get an idea of the count of certain things. We traveled to 14 countries, more than 17,000 miles round trip, 22 hotels, about 7-8 international flights, more than 22 different trains, 2 rental cars, 2 scooters, 2 ferries, 1 water taxi. One of the most interesting things to me is the fact that over the 61 days of this trip, we walked over 208 miles, averaging about 3.4 miles a day on foot. Would I do it again? Absolutely. I would keep going if I could. I'm excited to see what the next leg of our travels will take us. I'd like to just keep working my way around the world. Well, this is the end of our trip, Amsterdam to Istanbul in 60 days, but it's not the end of our travels. Bougie and I have a lot more travel planned. We've got a lot of interesting places to go. There's a lot of interesting things to do. We hope you join us for our future adventures. Be sure to subscribe, hit the like button, and spread the word about slow travel. Follow us on YouTube, Mr. and Mrs. Slow Travel. We hope you enjoyed this episode. Go slow.
Doucement.
Go travel.
Voyager.